There are 3 steps to make even a short public speaking performance amazing. Have you heard of Strictly? Of course you have. And Craig, well, he really does tell it how it is. When Strictly was on TV, I had to pause the TV and rewind to make sure I heard what Craig said at one point in an episode. Now, as we all know, he's the resident villain judge, and it can get a bit too pantomime for my liking from time to time. But I suppose I respect that he tells the truth about each performance. In this episode, one couple received a standing ovation, and Craig's comment was, "It was pretty clear that you'd practiced and that you had a clear intent and purpose. You really told a story and executed it well." And I found myself standing in front of the TV shouting, "That's what I say! That's what I say!" to encourage great public speakers. At your next public speaking gig or presentation, it's unlikely that you'll be dressed in a top hat and tails or shaking your tail feather to a samba. But speaking in public is still a type of performance, an authentic performance. The most successful public speakers always nail it because they have a lock on their intent and purpose. And if you only have a short period of time to speak, then making sure your intent is crystal clear is vital for you. Then there's the practicing. Rehearsal is essential, even for short speaking gigs or presentations. Try practicing your anecdotes and stories by slipping them into everyday conversations with colleagues or friends. It's sometimes a great way to gauge how your content will go down with your audience. You'll soon get a sense from their body language and facial expressions if you're hitting the right spot. Your presentation or speech should create a connection with the audience by firing up the emotions of your listeners. So test it out. Don't take your audience's attention for granted. If you're speaking for only 5 or 10 minutes, then the audience won't have a chance to get bored, right? Wrong. It doesn't matter if your talk lasts 2 minutes or for 2 hours. Your kickoff still needs to be kick-ass. Listeners usually make up their minds to tune in or switch off within about a minute. So don't rely on a casual build-up to your final takeaway message. Start as you mean to go on. Opening statements should excite the curiosity of your audience or challenge them in some way. Think, what's the best opening of a speech or presentation you've ever heard? Was it a controversial quote or a shocking fact? Chances are that it was something in this vein. So put some effort into your first words. It can make all the difference to help you stand out.